Hello YouTube. I know it has been absolutely eons. So I thank all of my lovelies for hanging in there and contacting me while I've been gone. I am back from my hiatus, but I do believe that I definitely owe you guys not only an apology, but an explanation of where I've been. For those of you who's been with me for all the years since 2008, you guys know me as a person who used to upload weekly, and from weekly it got to be like bi-weekly, then it got to be monthly, then yearly it seems. So I basically wanted to share more of myself with you guys than I ever have before, and that's going to go into the new format of my channel. As you notice, all of my videos are gone, and my channel now is blacked out, or had been blacked out. At this point, you should definitely start seeing, something a little bit more colorful. So basically what happened, or what's happening to me, or what's been happening to me, if you want to put it that way, I'm a person who suffers from extreme depression and anxiety and OCD. And I'm also a person who came from having no self-esteem at all. Growing up, I didn't love myself at all. I wasn't taught to love myself, and often I was overtly critical of myself as a person. And I'm going to go into a little bit of this video, and I hope, my new subscribers that I'll get in the future will get something out of this more than just looking fabulous, because come on. And also, my old subscribers are going to be happy with Angel 2.0. So we're going to start from the beginning. I'm a type of person, or I am a person who suffers from, like I said, depression, anxiety, and OCD. I also fall on the Asperger's scale. I know that a lot of people on these videos are not able to determine or see those things about me. And it's mostly because, like most YouTubers, I say that like I'm just so famous. I'm only famous in my own head. Most YouTubers, you only get a small snippet of my life, and it's a very controlled environment. And I also generally will have some type of semblance of what I'm going to say. So being that kind of person, I grew up very lonely. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. Very few friends now as an adult. It's very few female friends, except for you guys. I have some fellas out there too. Growing up like that, I was very lonely, and also, like I said, I suffered from extremely low self-esteem. So it was very hard for me to reach out and talk to other people, and near impossible to do so with my family because just of the dynamic. And I don't really want to get into that just because that's not my story to tell, and I don't want to bring other people into it. So I stopped doing YouTube at the very top of the worst of the worst. I was a photographer for 8 years. It was a beautiful career, and it was also very creative, and I had a lot of freedom, and I was young. So 3 years ago, I was no longer able to be a photographer because the company I had worked for so many years had went out of business. And in Kentucky, which is where I live, it was the main photography company, and there was not really a job for to replace that. And also during that time, I had lost where I was living. So I was faced with no job. I had no experience in any other career other than being a photographer, and fabulousness. I was also severely suffering from OCD and obsessive compulsive disorder. And it makes it very hard for a person to be unemployable, or to be employable, excuse me, I can't talk, employable. And because of that, I struggled to find work, and I still do. I'm still at that point where I haven't figured out what I want to be when I grow up, and I'm 33 at this point, so I know I don't look it, So I had to learn to rebuild myself and empower myself, because sometimes when you're an adult, you have to learn to, what I like to call, reparent yourself. You have to fill up your teacup. That's one of my favorite sayings. You fill your teacup up so much that you have enough to give to other people. And during this time, I wasn't able to give anything else to anybody because I wasn't filling my teacup up. I wasn't making myself happy. My situation wasn't happy. I was in a really bad relationship. I'm still with the same person. We've just really have been working on our relationship to make it better and make it, where we fully enjoy each other's company as opposed to enduring it. And that's a big thing in life and in relationships. And I know I'm talking in circles here. But dealing with that and trying to make YouTube videos, which I really love to do. YouTube was definitely an outlet for me. It was somewhere where I could find people who were like-minded and found my, you know, quirky behaviors being entertaining and cute. You know, I'm just a little magpie, so sometimes, you know, you can be rejected by people in your area or where you live. So it's nice to be able to reach out and feel like you're not so alone. And I do want to interject to this little thought just to let you guys know. If you notice I'm looking back and forth, it's because I am using my cell phone to record, so I'm making sure I'm in frame. So having to deal with that was really hard. So I had made the tough decision to decide to no longer do YouTube. And it was going to be a finite decision. It wasn't something I was going to pick up later. I felt like I needed to concentrate on a career, being an adult and that kind of stuff. But the whole time I really missed it. And a lot of you guys reached out to me to check on me, see if I was okay. You know, very few people on here did know what was going on because they reached out to me. And I had a lot of YouTuber friends that, you know, started out when YouTube was very young and didn't, you know, was a very different space than it is now. So I decided recently, after, you know, really missing it, and, you know, in the environment in the circles that I am in with right now, a lot of people ask me the same questions before. How do I do my makeup? You know, can you show me how to do it? And I'm like, oh, I have videos online. But when I really thought about it, the videos online did not reflect the person that I am now. I've also come a long, long way with my makeup skills. But I still maintain the same thing as I did before. I'm a type of person, and those of you who are new to my channel, I'm the type of person where I like to use products that are readily available to most women. MAC and, you know, and Sephora and all those places are really great. And if you can afford them, go for it. I have things from MAC and I have things from Sephora, but it's not something that I would reach for just because, you know, like most parents or most adults or most young adults, most people, I should say, you know, you don't have the money to spend $28 on, you know, mascara, or 50, or I've seen it for 100. So what I like to do, or what my shtick is, so to speak, is I like to use products that are drugstore products, Walmart products, eBay products, things that are, you know, fairly affordable, and show you how to get those looks out of magazines and get those looks that, you know, you see people on YouTube attaining. And that's always, and it's going to continue to be my focus when it comes to beauty. However, I am going to do more than just beauty. I do touch on hair and makeup and stuff like that, and clothing. I do want to focus a lot on size acceptance. And this is not just a fat person thing. It's also skinny people and other people whose body doesn't meet what society's standard is. I want everybody, every single woman or man or whatever you want to be, I want you to feel empowered and beautiful every single day. A very wise woman told me, and she's an older lady, told me that you should start your every day looking in the mirror and saying, looking good in the neighborhood. It doesn't matter if your boobs are to the floor or your belly's, you know, hanging over your lap, you know. You have to find beauty in your wrinkles. You have to find beauty in your fupa. You know, anything that, you know, you feel isn't what it should be, or blah, 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 you know, or wasn't, you have to find beauty in it, because like Cat Williams says, you have to take care of your star player, because in the end of things, we come into this world alone and we die alone. And if you don't like the person you are, you're going to be stuck your entire life with a person you don't like. So it is very important to love who you are. I'm not saying that you should be unhealthy. I'm not saying that it's wrong for people who, you know, have gotten bariatric surgery and that's their journey, or the people who, you know, are very, very real skinny and they choose to go get a boob job, or, you know, you choose to get a tummy tuck. I'm not saying that's wrong. You have to do what's right for you and what's right for your journey. But for me, the way I am now, I have to love myself the way I am now. Whether I have bariatric surgery, whether I do anything different with myself, I have to love myself. And that comes from a place, you know, deep inside of everybody. And I'm not trying to get really preachy on here, but, you know, I do want definitely touch base on that, because it doesn't matter how much makeup you put on. It doesn't matter how, you know, expensive clothes you wear. In the end of the day, if you don't see the beauty that is in you without all those things, everything else is going to be for naught. I also want to touch base on a lot of things that, you know, are just funny or fun. You know, I don't want to do 100% beauty. I am going to let you know that there are going to be quite a bit of vlogging and, you know, just showing you my life, you know, showing a window on what an adult life is or whatever. Because I think that sometimes, especially younger people, have an unrealistic view of what being an adult is, or being this way or that way. So I really would love to share parts of my life with you guys and impart some of my wisdom. So I want to thank every single one of you and apologize for my hiatus. You know, I do thank, you know, a lot of you guys who have subscribed while I was no longer posting videos. I definitely appreciate that. And some of the videos that everybody does like, I will be remaking. A lot of the videos, which I'm going to get into next. So let me get into this. Let me sidetrack into this that way before I let you guys go. A lot of you guys have noticed and messaged me about my channel being blacked out and why are my videos gone. I wasn't canceled by YouTube. This is something that I did myself. Again, as I said before, the videos don't reflect the person I am now, and also the quality isn't what I would have liked them to be. Because at the time, you know, I didn't have the effort toward, I didn't even get a good camera until the end of my YouTube career, so to speak. It's not a career, but it's for fun. Because Lord knows I don't get paid for YouTube. Not like that, at least. So I do want to say that oh my gosh, lost the train of thought. I do want to say that I will be recreating those videos that you did, that a lot of my viewers liked and got a lot of information from. Especially the ones about, you know, how to lighten a dark neck, or how to take care of biracial hair. I will be doing hair dyeing videos, because those videos just didn't explain a lot, or how I dye my eyebrows. I mean, I have so many ideals, and I'm really open to your ideals. A lot of people want to know where I get my clothes from, or, you know, just all that kind of stuff, because like I said, you know, if you saw my closet, I have a full walk-in closet. Not walk-in, but it's a long closet. You guys will see it when I do a room tour. Yes, I said tour. I'm from Kentucky. They want to know how I afford that, or that kind of stuff, you know. I really do want to stick to, you know, the core of what I was doing here on YouTube, but I also want to make it, you know, a little bit better quality, a little bit more entertaining. And, you know, some days I'm going to be a goofball. Some days I'm going to have to be, you know, the little in-house therapist. Because you know what? This is not just me trying to therapize you guys. Or try to dress you guys, or try to make you guys pretty. It's also for me. So, long story short, you know, these videos are for me. And for those of you guys, you know, on YouTube, and I know it's not my subscribers, who like to troll and talk about people, your opinion of me is none of my business. No greater words were ever said. So I don't want to end it on a negative note, but that is one of the things that really irked me about YouTube and kind of prompted me not to want to do it, is the negativity and the people who you took the time to put some content out and they had no content. 9 times out of 10, the people who have horrible things to say about other YouTubers are ones who don't create content themselves, or they use the anonymity of the internet to bully, and it's usually about them. So I have pretty tough skin, so like I said, you know, you can write what you want in the comments, but I do ask that my subscribers don't comment, don't pay attention to them. I don't need, you know, bickering and fighting and stuff like that. That used to irritate me really bad, because I'd have like a bunch of comments and people commenting blah 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 back and forth about it's just negative. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I love you guys, and this is Shady Lady 132. Bye.